Hey, hey there, Joy of the World friends and family. Welcome to your Magic Monday. I'm happy to have you stop by here. And if you are new and this is your first time, click that subscribe button down below. It is free as always. And hop on this joy train. Put your vote in for yourself. Which self? Your whole self, your big, bold, bright, beautiful self, success, fulfillment, satisfaction. We take a look at the energies here going on around you to aid you with another perspective, to bring in resonance, clarity, confirmation to the path and the road that you are already walking on, so that you begin to develop a deeper intimacy with trusting yourself. Okay. And the energies around you, your spirits, guides, and whoever else you work with. So we seem to be taking a little peek at heaven and earth, or heaven on earth. And it seems to be that there's still some earthen energy residing in you, which is not a bad thing. I mean, this is shaman, but it's like, give it the old, like heave ho, the college try, give it that type of thing. It's still efforts based. Okay. And, our heaven card that's coming in is coming in beside you, alongside you, almost like a driving force to move you out of this earthen energy, to catapult and propel you forward, whether you like it or not. So this is the energy to return unto yourself. Many of you have been catapulted out of your body. Why do they keep saying catapult, 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 catapult? Well, load up, baby. I don't know. What's this saying over here? Oh, been launched. Being teachable, personal responsibility, clearing up issues where you've been used, where you've had health issues, lack of reciprocation, that type of thing. It's wanting to get you into a realm where you trust and know that progress is certain, that forward momentum, love, life is on your side. Now that's letting me know to bring in our affirmation here. Let me see what I wrote down. They were talking about, I am open to receive universal love. So if you'd like to join in with me and say that, I am open to receive universal love. So it's talking about the earth and you and heaven around you. The shift point is today. Now, they did bring in color card assistance energy. So this is very much an energy session. Look at the dynamism of the power of the sun, our solar star. You can be a star in our solar system, in your own right, in your earthen world. And that means that star, that Venusian, the Venus, I want to say Venus, but they talk about the Venusian energy and qualities of love and money, of synergizing, of connectivity, of unison coming together and causing a whole new world to emanate and to exist and come forth from you, okay? That brings in a state of peace, balance, calm, creativity outside of you, creativity inside of you, doing away with powerlessness. Doing away with react, respond, moving on the and getting into that today, okay? Not the one day, but the today, the now, the vote, the power of your permission. Now, the interesting thing is it's going like this. So we have the path and the mystical shaman. It would look like that to you guys, okay? Going that way. Now, they want me to get some runes. So now the crazy thing is opening is being blocked by wholeness. Isn't that a trip? Because we focus on wholeness here a lot, but they're talking about the way that you are, the way that you see yourself is blocking the openness, the receptivity, the intent, the being centered, the clarity, the radiating, the shining, okay? So something about this energy around you thinking it has to remain dark, but the thing is the sun, remember our solarness coming into our solar self, and that is SOLAR. But SOULER in the center of our chart illuminates the world around us. And when the sun arrives, not just the moon, not just in partiality, but in the full and the whole, regardless of the bumps, bruises, and putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. If you see Monsters Inc., her door, Boo's door looked a little shabby. But when all the pieces were in place, all the pieces are in place, it opened up that world. Now that's what we're opening up here is the clarity and the light, the delight. You shining, yes, it's going to blot out the darkness, okay? But that doesn't mean you're trying to be such and much or whatever else. It just means it's time to switch the light on. Simple manner here. So let's get into our Magic Mondays. We're going to get a Magic Monday. We have Mary L showing up as well. What? Why are you doing that? There's a split. Okay, so out of this, the split and outshot the star all by itself. It looked just like this over here, okay? So launching you forward. This is, again, that heavenly power catapulting you. So let's see what heaven's vote is for you about your centeredness, your merging, your radiating, and your light. Okay, the powers here are King of Cups. Look at that. These are Magic Mondays. By the way, I love it. My youngest son got them for my birthday. That's right. So I thought, why not bring them out for a Magic Monday? And the Hermit, it's time to bring you out of that illusory mirror. This is like, in order to be on this side of a two-way mirror where you can see out but no one can see in, you have to be in the jail. You might not be behind locked bars, but you up in them walls. That's what they're talking about here. It's time to step out and see that veil, that pink. Step out as who you are in the high heart, in the purity, that innocence, meaning without clamor, without bravado, anything, just true to yourself. So King of Cups is lifted the victory cup, like up on the shoulder, like, I help you get there. We fill you up. It's time for you to go take a dip. A dip in what? Put a toe into the world. And you can't just put the toe. As you know, your toe is connected to the foot bone, connected to the leg bone, connected to the hip bone, the arm bone, the eye bone. Y'all know I'm joking, but it is all connected. You get what I'm saying? And that ushers in the Nine of Pentacles. This is incoming power. This is uprising, an upsurge from the earth, ticking up into your royalty, because that is what we're talking about here. And that was your concern. As the Hermit is going, yes, I can see out into this world, but they don't need to see me. You know, that would just shift everything. Yeah, And this is heaven, is what it's representing. It's like, we're incoming, irregardless. And your star going to pop out. And what star are you, friend? The sun. S-U-N. Shine, okay? Shine in your eye of God. And this is, again, creative power reiterating. It's talking about 3 to the third power. So this is exponential. That's how you come into the 9. You are divine. Mind, body, and soul. Okay, that's what they want to do. So which one is the body card? Okay, so, all right. Well, I'm just going to go old school here, y'all. You remember my massive deck. These are the solar keys. That's what I call them, what they're called. But we're going to take a peek at the soul. Let's start from the foundation. That's what we're talking about, since wanting to put the toe in it, right? Let's start from the ground up and build this. Now, feet and the mind, when they get on the same page, that is beauty, because we end up where we're supposed to be. Okay. I should have known when I said to 333 that that's what we were talking about. Hang on. Deep dive. They be separating themselves. Because as we know, heaven on earth is about the 4. So we have the 3 and a 1 being separated again. So let me put these together so that we can scope out this bigger picture of what they're trying to tell us. These are all over here in their own thing. Thank you for being patient. I got to mount back up on my house here. Okay, so in the soul, number 4, order, doable. The key is within your grasp. You got to break on through the other side. All right, friends, that's letting us know right here. The trick is not to turn around and go back the way you came. It is to break through. I've got chills. I almost like want to vomit. I've got chills. Sorry, y'all. It might be luxurious, looking all divine and whatever else is what people see and what they think, but you're ready to be out of there and be free. That key is your key of freedom. That's what we're talking about in that part of your soul that it seeks. Then we have Avenoir, make peace with your past. Okay. So like in my case, if you want to know, I've gone by 4 names in my life, not necessarily by choice. All right. I was born, Melissa's my first name, Joy is my middle name. And I'd always wanted to go by my middle name, but my mother was like, there ain't no chance. Isn't anybody going to call you Joy? So I was Melissa Bounds, and then I got married and became Melissa Adams. And then I hit my head and somehow, for whatever reason, became Joy Adams. And then I got divorced and became Joy Bounds. So there, fine. Okay, Capricorn, we're not exactly comfortable about telling all our business, but there we go. And the funny thing is, this is a flask of honey inside the goldenness cell. Y'all true wholesale. Come on forward, everybody. If I can do it, you can too. Let's hop on this joy train. But the reason why I said it is my first name, Melissa, depending on which language it's in, it can mean butterfly or honeybee. So we're talking about let that honey, that sweet goldenness nectar of life abound. Come on out to go with all this crazy red hair. Can y'all see what is going on? They're saying be your full, whole, divine self. Night and day, no shadow of turning, no partiality, no divisiveness, no anything. Your whole self coming on forward. Own it. Rock it. Possess yourself is what they're talking about here. The King of Cups is underneath like, woo, Like, fill my cup with some of that honey. Share, baby. Share because you care. Even though he is in massive divinity, look at that seniority. Look at that wisdom. Look at the energy going on around. And yet the world is seeking this. Seeking the goldness layer that comes on up through the other chakras to awaken alive. It's somehow as if the earth is wanting to erupt through you first into this new plane of existence, the plasma wave that is coming in, like you're the one who's going to charge it, okay? I don't know what's happening up there. Oh, because I didn't even look at that card, so give me a minute, y'all. So with the mystical shaman, we have 36, the witch coming in. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. This is just to reiterate this, okay? Just like these are going on over here. Yeah. Thank you. Can you see what's happening here? This is what is going on. This is what is awakening. And if you can see, there's a reiteration. Look, the perspective. This is how, you know, this is how you see yourself. This is how the world sees you. Okay. So that's what the aqua is doing, is giving us that perspective, the illumination to understand. Understanding is a choice to accept, to come to peace with, to understand that you are meant to be here on earth, this grounding force, not to have just been here for a season, but for everlasting, okay? Everlasting pleasure and delight. But see, this is that witch, that moon, your spirit. Your spirit has seen a whole other world, and it's time to come forth. Touch these lips and express out of these hands. The hands represent the heart. This is your heart in the world that you have contained inside. It's ready to be spoken of. Okay, so that's coming into your wholeness. This is about your opening, your clarity, your radiating. I'm going to keep him over here, King of Cups, going with your break on through. Break on through. They woo, woo, wooting you on. So nothing lost, nothing missing. Now over here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Star, in between is effervescence, okay? The number 5, talking about the power is in your hand. Cultivate love. You are bringing in this wave of love, this sweet nectar of life abounding, the pollination of the heart, this message of your heart, of your world coming through, not just through your lips, but through your hands as well. Being on the same page, walking in truth, living in truth. Your voice even rings like a bell because there is no waywardness in you, no lie or ulterior motive, okay? So, I'm going to get some black tarot now because I love this showing up today. Ooh, and you do too. Apparently they do. Ace of Cups. Look at that love. I love it because it's showing up as both water and fire. That's coming into a bit of the Scorpio power, that balancing of above and below. Chironic energy, because I know Chiron's been wanting to talk lately. But some of you, that Scorpio, talking about some sexuality to go along with your massive spirituality. That's what you're talking about here, okay? The completion of the two merging together. Gotcha. Enough of that. 10 of Swords. Laying down this dead dog, being left for dead. Okay? Dead dog buried, left for dead, abandoned. And some of this is you abandoning yourself. And now out of necessity or out of desire, it doesn't even matter. It's the fact that the abandonment is there. And so let's recover you. Let's recover you with a little bit of soul shine going on here to Mary L. Let's come in. We don't even have to break in. See, it's a jar. And the 3 little birds say, ooh, who's pushing? It's going to be all right. What's going to be all right? Queen of Swords, Eye of the Heart. See, there's a thing when the world around us seems to be, now I'm not here for or against crows. I got Raven on my wall. Anyways, I used to have one that used to come bring me some little treats. I loved it. But, and I would give treats in return. But so when the noise of the world is calling at the mind, the worries are coming, people are talking about negative news, negative viewpoints, that type of thing, you bring in the truth, the eye of the heart, the eye of your world that you have cultivated over here. This juicy, delicious, true world of spirituality, of sensuality, sexuality, whatever you want to call it. We are a sensible being. We have senses up in our head. Earth is a planet of the senses. There's a reason you chose to embody here. Okay. So that Queen of Swords is going to, is kind of overlaying the 10 of Swords to bring in what is behind here. And I sense that's a big move of change and unearthing, almost like a vacuum, like a tornado would be, but like a tornado mixed with a tower with a cataclysm. So that could kind of be the COVID energy, sucking and vacuuming the carpet of the earth. Get it clean and clear and ready for company is what they're saying. All right. One more card, nope, two from the Black Tarot. They came right off the top because my cards start walking when I'm up here, y'all. We have, okay, so on the top was Two of Swords, followed in quickly by the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is coming in to remedy the Two of Swords. You've been asking for clarity, but in this case, you're asking for what to do. That's why this Knight of Wands is coming on. And I love that it's resurrecting. You ain't beating this dead horse. This dead horse is like, hell, I didn't even want to die. I'm ready to get on up. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to live the eye of God in my chart, that empowering, that star, that sunshine of our lives here on earth, ready to step forward into our almighty power. Even though it might look like twigs and sticks and other things all hollowed out and not all perfect, you're like, I don't care. If that brings in this goldness world where all my senses are alive and I feel juicy and delicious and divine, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do that. So, okay, so that's our soul. Let's get into our body. And then the moon is the mind. So, ooh, somebody's sneaking up in here. Hang on. Y'all got to let me look through. Okay, so it seems that our mind card has already been chosen. I saw it. It's tricky. Okay, y'all look. Which one of these is not like the other? So that's our mind. That's our moon mind, okay? And so right beside it, those two are coming in. 3, excuse me. And 4, you're off by yourself. Y'all definitely want to discover the order. Okay, we'll deal with that 4th one in a minute because it is joining effervescence, saying that it's definitely divine. So let's leave the moon for a minute and see what we've got going on here. 35, 21, and 6. Okay, so we have the 8, the 3, and the 6. I love it. Honeybee is showing up. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be discovered. Appreciated, kind of worshipped and divine, first and foremost by you, right? This is like the king saying, baby, man or woman, it doesn't matter. King is like authority, standing in authority and power without even having to speak or do all this work of the hands. It's coming forth, because remember, we were talking about no longer having to give it the old college try type of thing, but allowing your mind to imagine and to be restored in the fullness of who you are. This is like showing it. This is the heaven version. This is the earth version. A whole city, a whole metropolis, a whole plethora of energy coming on in around you of earth energy wanting to synergize with you. So not just the flower, but the pollinator. And the honey is the product of the triune. Remember the triple, the three to the third power. Heaven, earth, and you. Sun, moon, and star. That's what you're talking about here. And that brings in this bison energy, really restoring your heartbeat, your rhythm. That would be balance of the feet. And we were talking about the feet, right? Getting those in rhythm with one another, kind of like calculated through the mind is what you're talking about here, through the moon. Okay. So he's over there. Let's pick up this moon through this hunger. This is a goldness moon. This is seeing yourself clearly, not just hungering, but we come into the state of plasma where we satisfy that hunger, not just making promises, but fulfilled promise. That thing of the action of the earth and nature coming on in, not just being relegated beyond in the dark, beyond the power of Pluto, but being returned to the light. Kind of like when we see an image, it hits the back, our unconscious, inverts, reverts, and then comes on out. It returns to the light so that it can have the purpose of what? Moving forward into our future, reconnecting us with the state and the time that has since long been lost, reestablishing the heartbeat, the polarities, the alignments, the balance of mind, body, soul as one unit. Okay. And that brings in this lioness. I love it. The 21. So that you trust and know, and your solarness gets cut on you. You restore to the center of yourself, the eye of God, into the heart of your belly. I love it. The truth of who you are, the fullness of trust that transpires and goes beyond logic and conscious thinking. It moves forth into your being. So that's what you're saying, that triunity of mind, body, and soul coming together as one, like a crown, aligning through all the eyes. That's very Scorpio energy. allows your intelligence, our divine connection with heaven here on earth, to our feet. That is the holding place, the connector place, okay? So this is where the satisfaction imbibes, and that's where the reward steps forward. This is showing up also like a sword that has been put to rest, staking your claim as to being and establishing who you are. And the moment we're establishing who we are, we ain't in other people's business. We're about our own. We got our own life going on. Okay. So let's see, friend, is there anything else that we want to talk about over here? Okay. So remember that one that shot over to the side to join you as the star and your Nine of Pentacles? This is like your vote for yourself, coming into the fullness of yourself, because you see that 10th is showing up as the sun. It's the golden pentacle. Okay, and that effervescing, let it be seen and known. I would say open up, because it only effervesces when you pop the top, baby. Satisfy, taste and see that you are good. Be satisfied, be refreshed, be fulfilled. Now let me find, where did the card bull. And this ain't no bull script, baby, coming up around here. This is that whole world coming in that you have been carrying from beyond space and time into this new realm. And that is the shockwave. All of this that you see is the shockwave of you coming in and entering into this plane, bringing earth into heaven, bringing it all here, synergizing. The connection is about to be made. The plug is in the socket. You about to trip the switch. Turn that light on. Turn your light on, baby. Now, what did it say? I am open to receive universal love. I would also say I'm open to turning that switch on. Turn my switch on. Turn your switch on. Let's turn on this Joy of the World train. Let's get everybody hopping on this, because it isn't just about you and me. It's about this whole big world and the crayon box of love we bring in here. Stop back by again real soon. You know I love you. Bye.